Dr. Amy here. Superman. Cup. He's half there. That's because I just brewed this West Virginia Highlander Grogg. AeroPress has become my best friend. Let me finish writing this. Yes, I know this is backwards. I can't write backwards. Okay, so I'm just gonna get right to it very quickly. I literally have been recovering all week from a bout of overtraining. Yes, it happens, it's true. I've been through something like this before in the past, but not to this length. Now, my training in general has been going well. But somehow last Saturday, kind of did a lot of intensity in a short period of time. So that means my heart rate literally was in the 170s to 180s. Now, I'll explain heart rate later at another time, but that's pretty high. That is about probably 85 to 90% of my heart rate max. Yeah, so as a physical therapist, we kind of get a little gut check as well. So that being said, I literally did not feel those effects from Saturday training until Tuesday. And literally from this past Tuesday up until today, I still feel these effects. Much better this morning upon waking. So I just want to kind of give you guys a little bit of information. Again, I know this is backwards. It's going to be in the comment section of this video. But some things to look for in case you experience some things that I've been experiencing this week from a bout of overtraining when you're in the gym, or you're increasing your exercise intensity and even volume too fast, too quickly. Now, my training age is probably about 3 to 4 years old. Again, this video, training age, is for another thing down the road. But I think the effects from what I experienced last weekend was intensity, because my heart rate was so high for an extensive period of time. So then that just trickled down to the beginning of this week to me feeling like poo-poo. So some symptoms that I have been experiencing are fatigue. That's the first one that's on the board. All the way from sensations of tiredness to muscle fatigue. Like literally, if I were to do a chin over bar hold from my pull-up bar, I could feel my whole body shaking. That's an indication of possible overtraining. In my case, yes, this was overtraining. So the inability of your muscles to really maintain a good contraction, which then perhaps carries over to daily routine. So like literally reaching into a cabinet for a cup, like my arm was like shaking. So those are symptoms of fatigue. Okay. Decreased joint mobility, or my range of motion within the joints of my body, i.e. my elbow, shoulder, hips, knees, and ankles, mostly. And even my back. I experienced a lot of increased like stiffness sensation, So meaning it felt like, although my muscles were fatigued, it felt like my muscles were on and they weren't letting me move freely as I would be able to if I wasn't experiencing this overtraining sensation. Muscle tenderness, oh my gosh. So yes, I did work out on Christmas Day, and I think my choice in my workout was a significantly bad choice. And that's my fault. But I experimented and experienced this, and it didn't help me at all. So the muscle tenderness goes along with the muscle fatigue that I was experiencing, and literally my upper trap muscles, like right now, they're still like super sore. My calf muscles, I didn't do anything specifically with my calves, like a lot of jump rope. I did jump rope yesterday, but prior to yesterday, like my calf muscles were tender to the touch. And literally I didn't like work my calf muscles all last week up until yesterday. So lots of tenderness to the touch, as well as active tenderness. Like me just standing here, I can feel my shoulder muscles and my upper traps especially have this sensation of like tenderness. They're just stiff and tender. It's very subjective. So yeah. Also, another big thing that I noticed is my decreased coordination. So, for example, I had double unders or jump ropes in a little workout yesterday. It wasn't anything crazy, but my ability to like swing my hands and like jump at the same time was like lost. And even that carried over to my thought process too. Like it was hard for me to articulate or even think what was like going on. Think when I'm doing my jump rope, like I need to stay hollow, I need to squeeze my tush, I need to squeeze my thighs together, right? And only jump from my ankles. Well, I had all this other stuff going on, especially the muscle fatigue, right? So it built upon each other, and my coordination was like not well at all, right? So that is a nervous system fatigue sensation. So the decreased ability to think what you're doing, which then in turn coordination things and balance as well. That's all your nervous system is just taxed. And then my sleep. My sleep has not been quality. Now I do use a sleep app on the Apple Watch that I have. I can put that up. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I'll give you guys some information on the sleep app that I use. I know there are some people and athletes out there and patients who use the Whoop band. I'm not sure if I'm going to dig into the Whoop band personally myself, but that may be an option down the road. But my sleep quality, although I'm getting more closer to 8 hours, I still wake up like fatigued, lethargic. Up until this morning. This morning, my alarm went off at 7:15, and I'm like, oh, I feel better rested from last night into this morning. But again, I'm still experiencing this muscle soreness, decreased coordination, just overall not up to par. Also, it was Christmas this past week, so I did all of the cooking. You can follow me at airbullock23 on my personal page. But, the food was good. I'm learning to cook better. I did notice, although my goal was to focus on hydration during this recovery or overtraining period and trying to recover, it was very hard for me to hold down water or reach about 100 ounces or so a day, because everything that I ate or drank, I felt like I was like retaining liquid, retaining water. Like I could just feel it all set into my belly. And some of you may relate to this, but it felt like I had like a muffin top around my belly like this whole week. Sometimes that's known as, or growing up, skinny fat. Yeah, I definitely kind of like felt like that. So lots of like fluid and water retention, which then creates lethargy, decreased coordination, muscle fatigue, all that stuff. So it all blends together. So the sensation of the water retention that I was experiencing also led to some GI distress or constipation. I know it might be a little bit too TMI, but these are things that you got to be thinking about that could be symptoms and signs of overtraining when you're exercising. So my stomach didn't really like hurt, but with this water retention or sensation that I was experiencing, or this bloatedness, my going to the bathroom patterns weren't as patterned. So I got stuffed up. So, you know, when you feel that, you just don't really feel like yourself. And it's hard for you to get moving and to get some good quality exercise, or even just low bouts of exercise movement going. And, you know, throughout this recovery whole process, you're trying to combat that. So it's been quite the experience for me. So the big key that I want to hone in on, and I actually felt a little bit of this on my Christmas workout in the morning when I was working out in the garage here. When you feel these symptoms or go through a bout of some of these symptoms or signs, well, symptoms, you significantly increase your chance of suffering an injury, right? So think of this. Your injury risk goes up when you're fatigued, when you have this sensation of stiffness or decreased range of motion, muscle tenderness, decreased coordination, so that neurological component, right? Decreased sleep quality, inability to hold in water or get some good water intake daily, GI distress, constipation, right? All of this is going to stem to the ultimate thing that people see me as for physical therapy: injury. So as I was doing my workout on Friday, I was doing dual dumbbell hang cleans and split jerks. It was a rough one. I started feeling my back kind of getting tight. So I finished that portion of the workout, and then I had to do something else after. Actually, I had devil presses. Not a good idea. Not good, Amy. Then I had to gut check my weight because I had 35 pounds for the hang, clean, and split jerks. And then I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to try to do devil presses with this under fatigue. No. So I had to bump my weight back, and I just kind of flowed, but my heart rate was still pretty high. So that was a huge mistake by me. So, today, fast forward to today, this morning waking up, I felt pretty good. Like, I didn't even check my sleep app yet, how much quality of sleep that I got, and how much deep sleep that I got. But that's something that I'm going to assess and look at in a couple hours. But yeah, so I never experienced this length of recovering from overtraining. Usually it's only been like a day or two, but literally this is a full week. And I'm probably going to feel it next week too. So my goal for next week is to take a huge chill pill and just move, decrease my weight that I'm going to lift. In fact, today I'm going to do a little bit of a recovery, an aerobic bodybuilder recovery type thing, and just kind of do movements that doesn't require me to think. Again, right? Because my coordination is off. So my thought process is off too. And I'm still going to focus on water intake. I'm gonna finish up this caffeine and then I'm done for the day. I already had my French press this morning. As well as I'm gonna get some stretching in and some soft tissue work using my body tempering 22-pound rod that I brought home. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to give you guys some insights on the symptoms that are typically involved with overtraining. I know this is backwards, but it's going to be in the comment section. So, what are some other things to combat this? Oh, that's, you might have to wait till next week. So, that's it for today. I will keep you guys posted. I will post the sleep app that I use. I'm not sponsored by them, but I think that's something important that needs to be tracked. But drop your comments below if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or even some ideas on future FPT Coffee Talks. Definitely send me a DM. I would love to try to educate as much as possible, and even myself. So other than that, have a lovely Saturday. It's cold, hence all of my layers in the garage. And try to move today, get some stretching in or some low grade stuff, right? And we'll see you guys into the new year. Salut, salut. And talk soon. Hopefully this helps you guys out.